What's up, guys? It's Mike Frank with Berkshire Hathaway, Frank Oliver and Company, coming to you again on this great Monday morning. It's a great day to bring a lot of value for the people that we work with, which is what I have a lot of passion for. And just like Kate knows, why am I here? Because real estate is my passion. Real estate is my happy place. So, question becomes, is Baltimore a good place to invest? Right? Is it a good place to invest? And I think there's a lot of factors that come into play, but I think that the things that you would want to know is 5 basic factors: job growth, population growth, affordability, prime location, and what does the market look like, right? The transportation that we have, how people are coming and going, and where they're going to. I think those all come into a good play. And the most important thing is obviously investing your money where it's going to work for you. Let's start with the first thing, job growth. Job growth is the biggest value to why you should invest in Baltimore in the last, let's just say, 5 years. Over the last 12 months, job growth has been pushing 2%, 1.79% to be technical, right? Which is almost 22% higher than the national average. And we're seeing big companies doing big investments like Under Armour, of course, Amazon, you've got University of Maryland, Johns Hopkins. There's a lot of medical field that's here. We have a lot of promotion within the hotel industry, the entrepreneurship industry. There's a lot of people that are using Baltimore as an opportunity because it's cheap and affordable to get in and get started. But also, we're talking about population growth. And as population grows, of course, housing demand goes up and supply is a little bit lower. And the population growth is being driven by, of course, those jobs, the colleges, the universities, all the different things that we have going on in our market, which are indicators of exactly what's going to drive our value. And the reason that we do attract a lot of those aforementioned people and aforementioned companies is because of affordability. So affordability is key because when you're looking to buy an investment property, you want something that's going to appreciate over time, something that's going to show your value and not just turn a great cash over cash return today, but something that might return in 2 or 5 or 7 years. I mean, heck, if you're holding a home for 25 or 30 years, you want to make sure that it's holding its value. When we're buying properties by comparison to other major metros, especially on the East Coast, you got Washington, New York, and Philadelphia, you're going to have the opportunity to buy a property for significantly less overall investment. We can get you into a 3-bedroom house for anywhere between $140,000 and $220,000. That property is going to rent for anywhere between $1,250 and let's just say $2,500, depending on a lot of variables and a lot of circumstance. But that's going to be returning you about 1% of your overall investment on a monthly basis. It's a great rate of return, and it's a positive way to see your cash flow grow over time as affordability becomes more and more stressed. So as the property values go up, of course, rental rates return at a higher rate, and where you might have bought at $170,000, you might be collecting $1,800 a month. In 3 or 5 years, you might have bought at $170,000, you might be collecting at $2,200 a month. But your rate of return is going up from 1% to, let's just say, 1.2 or 1.3. Heck, if we could get to 2% per month, we're driving your value tremendously higher. What's the number one rule of real estate? Well, we don't talk about real estate. For those of you that actually know the number one rule, it's location. Location, location, location. And Baltimore is conveniently located right in between some of the most major metros in the country. So you have DC just south, you've got Philly just north, and obviously New York just above it. We've got a lot of people that are buying here that are driving and commuting to their future destination. Especially with 2020 and everything that happened in COVID, we're seeing a lot of companies allowing people to relax their in-office requirements. And so we have a lot of buyers that are coming to Baltimore from Washington, D.C. to buy in the prime location and then take a quick train for their 2 days a week that they commute to work. And that hits our final host, which is the major transportation hub that we have here in Baltimore. Now, some of you might think, well, BWI is small and the Port of Baltimore isn't huge, but you know what? Actually, when you look at the numbers, BWI is a great transportation hub. It gets you all over the country really, really quickly, compliments of our friends at Southwest, but it gets you really easy access to get all around the country. With Reagan and Dulles only an hour away, we've got the trains going north and south. People are commuting to different cities and different states all the time. So as you're thinking about making a good investment, and when I'm thinking about making my investments, I'm always thinking about buying into an area that's going to appreciate in value. That's my biggest thing. I want to buy into something that's going to appreciate in value. Cash over cash return sounds great today, but appreciation in value is something that I'm going to be buying into because my returns are long-term rental opportunity. So if you're thinking about investing, if you've had a conversation, or you just want another consideration from a great real estate agent like myself or our team, of course, reach out to us, DM, PM, or subscribe to the link below if you haven't already, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for weekly content. Also, check out our social media pages. The links are in the description below. See you next week.